Hostas are wonderfully resilient, low maintenance shade perennials, but here's a few key practices that will keep them looking lush, vibrant, healthy all season long. Number one, sunlight and location. Hostas thrive in partial shade, ideally receiving morning sun and afternoon shade. And green and blue varieties generally prefer a deeper shade. Too much sun can scorch the leaves. Gold and variegated varieties handle and more often appreciate a bit more morning sun to bring out their bright coloration, although harsh summer afternoon rays can still burn them. And I've had the all green hostas lining my driveway at one point in the past, and I ended up digging them up because the leaves just got so burnt looking. And number two, watering and soil. Soil requirements. Hostas prefer rich, moist to retaining, well-draining soil with a slightly acidic to neutral pH, 6 to 7, and watering habits. Give them about an inch of water per week, either from rain or deep watering. Watering deeply at the base rather than overhead to keep the leaves dry and discourage fungal issues. And apply a 2 or 3 inch layer of organic mulch like shredded bark around the base to retain soil moisture and keep the root zone cool during the summer months. Hostas are light feeders. A single application of balanced, slow release granular fertilizer or a layer of compost spread around the base early in the season as the shoots emerge is usually all they need. Avoid fertilizing late in the season, as this late growth can be vulnerable to frost. And number 4, grooming and maintenance. Once winter passes away, new pikes begin to push through the soil. Gently clear away the old foliage from the previous year to keep the plant tidy and prevent the pests from hiding in the debris. And hostas produce tall stacks of trumpet-shaped flowers. You can let them bloom for the pollinators or snip them off the base as soon as they appear if you prefer to direct all the plant's energy into growing lush foliage. And if your hostas start getting overcrowded, the center begins to die out, usually every 3 to 5 years. Early spring, just as the leaves emerge, or late summer, early autumn is an ideal time to dig them up and divide the clumps. And number 5, common pests and diseases. Snails and slugs are hostas' biggest nemesis, leaving ragged holes in the leaves. Keep the area clear of heavy mulch against the stems and encourage natural predators like birds or toads to use organic bait if needed. And the perfect solution I have found for mine is for slugs. Just go out early in the morning, first thing at first light when the dew is still on the grass, and just shake salt on all of the leaves. And usually if you go out there while the dew is still on the grass, you can actually see the slugs crawling around on the leaves. And if you shake salt on them, they will go away. And I actually had one of those blue containers of Morton salt I would just keep in the garage, so it was handy. High humidity and wet foliage can sometimes cause spotting, and prevent this by watering the soil deeply rather than wetting the leaves, or ensure good air circulation around the plants. Okay, if you thought that was a good video, can you please subscribe and like this video? I would really appreciate it. It helps me out. And thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.